Yun.
Ito. Interesting things that we've learned or basically just... Okay. 1, 2, 3. So, hello everyone. So, in this podcast, we will be discussing about a topic regarding the course of GED102 or Mathematics in Modern World. We will be discussing all the things that we've learned in the course and some interesting facts here and there. And so for now, I'm going to start. And again, my name is Keith Christian Buntales. And the things that I've learned in the course of GED102 is the golden ratio and the application of mathematics in its field. So, kasi when we say golden ratio, it is said that it is considered as the divine proportion because, dahil dun sa tinawag siyang divine proportion kasi most commonly found siya sa nature at karamihan ng mga design. So kapag sinare screen ko ito, may makikita akong example. Yan. Kapag nakita mo yung logo, so yung mga examples ng in-apply ng golden ratio, yan yun, obvious yung Twitter, kita mo yung mga circles. Tapos yung libro, ayun na makikita mo rin yung pattern, di ba, yung golden spiral, tapos paano nahatian yung square, no? And then another yan, yung logo, di ba? Split yan. And of course, yung may nakita ko, kung naglalaro kayo ng Genshin, no? Yung buong katawan. Ay, yung itong part yan. Yan, na golden ratio rin yan. As a meme lang yan, as a meme. So, yan. Tapos, wait lang. Para ko tanggalin yung share. So, the next topic that I've learned is that the application. So, when we hear application, we usually think that, it's like, it only applies to engineering, yung math, engineering, pharmaceutical, or genetics, ganun. Pero may mga yung hindi ko na-expect siguro na na-applyan ng math is like yung animator. I mean, siguro gumagamit rin sila ng onti, no? Ng math. Pero nung nilook up ko yung yung pag-apply nila, gumagamit pala sila ng geometric equations para raw yung frame, para magkaroon ng illusion of movement yung certain object or isang character. Tapos gumagamit rin sila ng onting linear algebra, ganun. And another interesting application is that yung golden ratio, yung minention ni ma'am nung module 1, ata yung first PDF, is yung human anatomy. So yung example makikita niyo diyan, ito. Diba? Na-screenshot ko yung PowerPoint. So, yung insider, no? Si George Clooney yung pinakagwapo. Kaya, yeah. Tapos yan, next si Bradley Cooper, 91.80%. Nagtaka ako, may may mga, yung face cam, para lang i-scan yung mukha mo, Tapos, kung gaano ka kapangit. Sana kung merong ganun. Interesting lang. And usually, yeah. And that's it. Yun lang yung akin. So, the next will be, sino yung next? Cardiente.
Ayoko na ba? Dali. So, ito. Yung i-discuss ko today is about graph theory. So, sa mathematics, yung graphing, ginagamit yan lagi para map ng functions or illustrate ng relation between sa isang particular na set ng numbers. Pero, ano nga ba yung graph theory? So, graph theory began as a fun math problem, pero nag-evolve na siya sa isang prominent field ng mathematics with applications sa chemistry, social sciences, computer science, operations research, and etc. So, furthermore, yung graph theory, pwede siyang either theoretical or pwede rin siyang magamit sa real life. Although maraming theoretical approach such as determining yung parabola, graph system, pagamin, and marami pang iba. So, pero sa encountering ng graph theory sa real life, marami ding ways. Pero yung magigive ko na example and nakita ko lang sa net din is yung internet mismo. It is a massive virtual graph. Tapos nun, bawat vertex nire-represents yung separate, magkakaibang web page. And yung every edge nung internet nire-represent yung link between two pages. Dahil sa fact na yung linkages, pwede lang siya mag-go sa isang direction. So, yung graph, directed siya. Tapos nun, yung graph na yon magiging malaki pag pinag-connect-connecta sa paper. Tapos nun, yung isa pang example is mapping. Kunwari, naligaw ka sa gubat or sa bundok. Tapos nun, meron kang mapa. Pwede ka lang mag-collect ng mga directions na kung saan ka galing or where you are going. Pero, syempre, sa panahon naman ngayon, alam naman natin na uso na yung digital. Tapos nun, kahit sa bundok, may cell site na rin. So, pwede ka na lang mag-search sa Google. Google Maps mo na lang yan. Para pwede ka na maligaw. Pero yun nga, example din siya ng graph theory. So, yun lang. So, next natin.
Okay, so our next will be Chua. It's your
Ayan.
turn.
Yung interesting topic na napili ko is yung probability kasi we can use it to inform decisions in our life. Using probability, you can measure the expected value and various decisions, and you can compare your potential loss and potential wins. Katulad ng it's like on dating or in gambling, but di ako nagagamble, okay? So, here's a silly example. Kunyari, you're with the bar with a friend, and kunyari, nag-decide yung guy na he's going to make pass at every woman in the bar. So what does he risk? He risks potential rejection, but his self-esteem is strong, and rejection is meaningless to him. He's basically placing a free bet because if he loses, he isn't out anything. Pero if your friend is reasonably charming and good-looking, he might have a close to 100 probability of going home with of this woman. Pero if average lang siya, tapos pure communicator, you might only have 1 out of 20 probability of getting a date. So, it's still a positive expectation bet because he's risking nothing with a potential gain. You, on the other hand, might suffer terrible anxiety nga lang and hate rejection. So, if that's the case, you might only make passes at women at the bar who pay attention to you first. Pero, yun lang. Pero that's a silly example, but you can use the same probability base through the process of make career decisions and life decisions. Here's another example naman from casino. Yeah, hindi ko kayo na-encourage mag-casino though. For every game in casino, the house knows a mathematical edge. The player can do a little research and find the house edge for every table game too. You can use this information to inform your gambling decisions. Yeah, not encouraging still. And an easy way to do this will be to only play the games with the lowest house edge. A simple comparison of the house edge is in blackjack is in 0.5% in some games, With the house edge in roulette, it's 5.26 and tells that blackjack is a better game. And the next topic that I found interesting is interest rates kasi in getting short-term loans or like mortgage sa life natin, yung interest rate natin is going to be important. Kasi kung shorter siya, lower siya. So lower yung interest, pero kapag longer nga, it's higher. Parang yung sa credit card that comes with multiple interest rates, as strange as it might seem, your credit card has a numerous interest rates attached to it. There is a different rate for cash advances, purchases, balance and transfer, and other things. It is important that you know that what exactly these rates are. The way you know what you expect to pay overall, some things can be more costly than others when it comes to using credit cards, and that's the reason. Yun lang. Next.
Okay, so after Chua, Espina, it's your turn.
So let me start with what does mathematics in the modern world had taught us. so this course had taught us a lot of mathematical means that are used in our modern world. Quite literally, it had taught us a lot of necessary mathematics that are used in various professions, from engineering, data analysis, and even voting systems, and many more. These learnings made quite a realization towards what mathematics are used in everyday economics and our daily life, and how it contributes to the world. Majority of us might think that most mathematics circulates on the corporate and economic realm, but it is a lot more. That's the basis of many things. It had been the backbone of quite everything. So basically, it can be seen on everything. Equations are used in everything we do, even when we don't expect them to. There is at least one or so. Technological professions such as programming, software engineering, data analysis are one of the few professions that uses these mathematics and are one of the biggest and most in-demand professions of our time. Mathematics in the modern world open a port Mathematics in the modern world open a portal for college students to seek further and learn more mathematics that are relevant. Having these knowledge at hand will help us be more competitive and less ignorant to the reality of the world outside the secluded education. So I said a few things as a background and what made this course made me realize. One particular topic was discussed in the course that I think is quite vital and important but not necessary is the voting systems. Voting is the voting systems. Knowing or having a brief background in these voting systems makes us less ignorant, and having these knowledge to the systems makes the voting impartial. It can be very helpful. It can be very helpful with the upcoming 2022 presidential elections of the Philippines. Having knowledge with the type of system means that people can distinguish whether there is a fair battle between the candidates. Philippines, being a country that practices democratic governance, it requires a vital voting system that will be the basis who will win the candidacy. The course also taught us that if there is dictatorship in the type of governance, it is hard or completely impossible to be impartial. Because like the subject had taught us, dictators are the one who decides. It cannot be affected by any other decisions. So the Philippines is still lucky that it had been democratic and and at the very least impartial towards its elections. If most Filipinos know these systems, the country could have a better and healthier elections. It could also help our decision-making skills, in a sense, because if most of the people of the country knows if there are deceitful intentions or there are form of cheating, people are aware and can speak for what is right. In addition, voting systems are not only applied to the national elections, it can also be used as a good decision maker, as it is one of the most logical way to make a combined decision. Many things can be decided using a voting system, but we can make sure there is always complete impartiality in it. That's it for me. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, so thank you, Espina. So the next and final will be Yabut.
Hello. Rinig naman ako, diba?
Yes.
Rinig.
Yes.
So, first of all, I'm Chester Anthony Abut, and most people's perspective about mathematics is wrong. And as we have learned from Module 1, as also said by may mga kagrupo ko ay, yun nga, math is all about patterns. So, the first thing or the first topic that na ano sa puso ko na parang nabigani ako yung sa fractals, kasi nga 'di ba yung parang yung mga crystals na sa fractals, the random pattern with each part having the same characteristic as the whole. Tas parang yung mathematics sa akin parang aesthetic siya, kasi nga dun nga dahil sa patterns na parang yung crystal, parang yung isang part ng crystal, parang yun na yung mismong structure ng buong buong crystal. And then another topic na natutunan ko sa in the modern world is yung mathematics pala ay para siyang language, para siyang vocabulary na nung una ko siya narinig, I'm very shocked. Kasi nga, yun nga, para pala siya talagang language na is comprehensive, where yung nouns, kung pagkukumpara siya sa siya yung noun sa mathematics, yung mga numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then yung pronoun or yung variables that assign quantities to numbers. And then verbs, relation symbols. Yun nga yung equal sign, inequalities, and so on. And then connectives, which are the operations, or plus, minus, multiply, divide. And then punctuations, the grouping symbols. And then another topic that parang pinaka-na-guess ko siya, and then may analogy din ako, yun sa sets. And then under ng sets is yung relations, where the x values are the domain and the y values are the range. We have 3 types of relations from these values. One is one-to-one, second is one-to-many, and the third is many-to-one. One-to-one relation can be a function, and many-to-one relation can also be a function. So, for example, ito na yung pinakamadaling analogy, yung one-to-one. Isipin natin yung x values, yung mga tao, yung persons. Tapos, yung y values, yung height nila. So, one-to-one. So, a person, one-to-one relation, kunyari ako, height ko kunyari 6 foot, tapos si Kit 7, tapos si Renz 6'5",
Salamat.
si Chua 6, si Vivian 6 din. So yun, pwedeng maging makatotohanan yun. Pero yung one to many, kunyari ako, height ko at the same time 6 and then 5 foot and then 7, yun yung one to many. Siyempre, hindi naman siya makatotohanan kasi nga, yun nga, hindi ka naman pwede magkaroon ng height na 2, 3 sa at the same time. So, yung many to one, or for instance, ganito, ako, lahat tayo dito ay 6-footers. So, yun, pwede yun na magkakapress tayo ng height. So, yun din. Another topic is the financial math. Siyempre, yung dagdag ko lang ay sa sinabi kanina ni Chua na yun nga for us to avoid miscomputations or para hindi tayo siyempre madaya, 'di ba? We have to recheck the computations and also another topic is linear programming, where it's very utilized in for example maximizing the profits, where some items or materials are limited and then add ko lang rin sa sinabi kanina ni Cargente na isa graphs theory, where yung sa weighted graphs naman, pero sa akin sa weighted graphs naman, and very important din siya syempre kapag for example tinatamad tayo na gusto natin ma-maximize yung oras natin and yung pinaka mabilis puntahan or yung pinaka least time na pupuntahan natin, pwede natin siyang gamitin ng greedy algorithm or edge picking na lesson sa Math in the Modern World. Yun lang. So, any comments, guys?
Any addition? Okay. Yung pinaka naalala ko, yung gambling. Probability by Danica. Imagine mo, kapag nasa casino ka, tapos andun ka lang, nagko-compute kung ano yung laman ng kung ano yung dyan, tapos bigla kang nanalo, no? Insta-yaman. Di ba? Pero siguro, siguro ganun. Pero no? Baka baka pinagbabawal rin. Kasi may nakikita rin ako nakukulong rin dahil ganun eh. Pero still, no? Interesting. Pwede kang manalo sa casino.
Pero sa yung sa dating, legit yun.
Ay, pero may gusto kong add dun sa dating. Di ba sinabi kanina ni Kit kung possible daw ba yung facecam kapag kung paano ka, malalaman mo kung paano ka kapangit, di ba?
Uy, may ba yun? May app ba yun?
Hindi, pwede ba nung mapataas o may tanong ako kay Chua. Pwede ba nung mapataas o mabababa yung probability na mag-uwi kami ng babae pag gano'n?
Hindi ko alam.
Sabi mo kanina, di ba? Is a probability. No.
Grabe naman yung pababa ng probability na mag-uwi ng babae.
Percentage,
Sample
21%.
Pre, kailangan natin maging makatotohanan. Kaya dapat.
Makakasar na yung app kapag gano'n, no? 21%, gano'n kakapangit, pre. Gano'n na yun.
Makakasar na.
Tagapin mo na lang. Tagapin mo na lang yan.
Nirate pala eh.
Ay, add
Siguro
ko lang
yung
rin pala yung sa golden spiral pala, Yung yung sa sprout ng plant, yung parang 'di ba, nagaganon tas parang may baliko. Tas,
oo.
parang saktong-sakto talaga siya sa
Kakalabas lang sa seed. Yung add ko rin
plant.
yung probability, yung permutation regarding sa Na-apply rin yun sa sa license plate pala ng mga kotse or motor, di ba? Di ba may mga letra at number yun. So, parang permutation rin yun or combination, di ako sure. Pero alam ko pang padagdag lang ng number para dumagdag sa sakyan just in case lang. So, anyone would like to add more or
So, ito naman, may tanong naman ako sa inyo. Ano pina-favorite yung topic sa buong MMW?
siguro yung
Para sa akin yung golden ratio and
Ganda yung golden.
Bakit?
kasi related siya sa sa arcade.
Oh.
Most
Oh,
ng lessons sa arcade related para sa aesthetics and proportion ng building. Kaya magagamit talaga siya.
Akin ikaw, wait, ano favorite niyo? Na rin.
siguro sa akin yung financial ewan. Well, yung yung stocks. Kasi wait, hindi ako nag-stock market
Yun,
Pero parang
hindi ko
parang
maintindihan yun.
Defensive.
nakaka-interesting yung yung pag-work ng stocks. So baka pwede i-apply sa stock market kung may pera ako para naka-invest doon.
Pag-aksi ka, maintindihan mo yun.
Yun, so yeah, baka stock. Basta pera, interest rate okay yun. Interesado rin ako doon kasi, in case na mangutang ako, di ba? Or tapos bakit ako calculate, no? Kapag sinipag na ako, pero, it's good to know. Good to know. Yun lang.
How about Danica? What's your favorite?
Still probability pa din.
Probability lang
Ito
wala.
Ito si dating eh.
Talaga At dating, Okay.
Yeah.
So, i-wrap it up na natin?
Yeah.
Or may magdadagdag pa?
So,
Naman yung hindi nyo naman yung pinaka-ayaw nyo naman o yung hindi nyo pinaka-nagigets na topic.
Siguro
sa akin
yung
sa interest rate, di ko mag-gets yun.
Oo, ako din.
Oo.
Di ko maintindihan talaga kahit anong gawin ko.
Saan ako nahirapan? Ay, graphic. Minsan lang ako nag-aaral dun. Or yung yung voting. Pala yun. Yung ibang mga method kasi
din.
Nalito ako sa yung mga, kasi may, di ba, may mga different types of voting. Doon. Yung mga iba,
Ang dami.
Oo, yung
Hamilton,
plurality, plurality with elimination.
Tapos yung
runoff.
naka-start sa letter B. Natawag doon?
Board account.
Board account.
Yun ba?
Ayun.
Yan.
Kagi.
Pero sa tingin ko hindi naman parang hindi siya useful sa sa atin, sa bansa natin yung mga ganung Kasi wala namang pag bumoboto naman tayo, hindi naman tayo yung may choices na Yung choice kasi natin isa lang talaga, diba? Tapos yun nga plurality na lang rin talaga na kung sino yung pinakamarami. Yun na yung
Oo nga. Ay, parang isang tao, isang vote, ganun.
Oo. Hindi siya yung katulad na mga example na may ranking.
Oo.
Tapos may elimination pa parang tournament.
Siguro nag-work yun sa mga Olympics.
Siguro.
Tama.
Oo nga. Pero presidential election tapos tournament.
Si Pacquiao magkakarit nun.
Naka-tournament based yung presidential election. Tapos yung finals na lang. Si Marcos at si Lenny.
Pero maganda yun. Magandang yan.
Parang may onting hype naman sa election no? Yeah, laban!
Finale.
Nice talking.
Alright, so wrap it up na.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Saan ko nga pala mahanap pag stop record ko to?
Huwag mo muna, hindi pa tayo nag-outro eh.
Mag-outro pa ba? Sige.
Siyempre, kailangan
Okay.
pa yung outro. Papakilala mo na ulit pala.
Okay, so again, since we're done with the discussion, again, my name is Keith Christian Buntales. And what's my group mates? Which
Uy, sunod na kayo! Alphabetical!
Ready?
Argente.
Ulit.
Ulit.
Okay, sige
Yes.
ulit. Okay. Okay, so after the discussion, okay, take 3. Okay, since we're done with the discussion, again, my name is Keith Christian Buntales.
I'm Vivian Calista M. Cardente.
And Danica Joyce Bichua.
Renzalizar Espina.
Chester Anthony Abbott.
And
We're very grateful.
stay safe. Yeah.